What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this, what? It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, the special Tuesday edition. It's not even special. It's, you know why it's special? It's because we have a different camera person today. So it's special because we have a new person who has never been here before and a live show. He's watched bits of live shows, but you've never been somebody who's actually been like through an entire live show before. So Brian is on vacation, so we have Connor here today. And Connor's going to be hanging out and doing all of the filming today, so we have a little bit different. And the other thing too is I know some people had noticed that some of our cameras looked a little bit different, but Connor and the team came in and they made all the cameras look the same now. So now when we'll switch between the different cameras, it won't feel so jarring necessarily, which I think will be super, super cool. So anyway, guys, really excited to have you here. It's good to be back because let's see, we only did Tuesday and we did a build Wednesday, but it felt like last week was kind of a little bit of a weird week because, guys, I did the coolest thing. So I went down to Los Angeles on Friday? Yeah, Thursday. I went to Los Angeles on Thursday and I got to, with Newegg and Intel, build some PCs for Able Gamers. And if you've ever heard of Able Gamers, they essentially are helping, their organization that helps people with disabilities play games. And we built a PC and gave away 4 PCs, 2 ultra wides, and a bunch of swag that they're going to be showing off at Comic-Con. So if you are at Comic-Con in San Diego this weekend, head to the port area. They have a pirate ship that they're doing with Voodoo Gaming and Able Gamers, and then you can go and see the PCs we actually built for them and just get to learn about what kind of super awesome stuff they're doing to help different people play. And one of the things that they're doing, and check this out, Connor, so they actually have this guy who plays Mortal Kombat professionally. So he plays it like Evo and all that sort of stuff, but he is blind, like completely blind. And everything is based on the sound, and he made it to like top 130 like in the world at Mortal Kombat, which, dude, I can't even make it to top 130 with all of my senses, and this guy was doing it without. So really cool, and very neat to see what people are doing so that everybody can play games, which I think is a super rad thing. So I love stuff like that. I love getting to help, and it was, guys, there was funny because I was telling Andrew, who's a friend of mine at Newegg, I was like, you know, I almost cried. He's like, why didn't you cry on camera? I don't know. I just didn't. I decided not to cry. So that's what we did. But anyway, guys, it's super cool. Yeah, I know, Blondie, I know there's also a blind guy in the Gears community. But I mean, just to think, like, if you've ever played fighting games at a professional level, it's incredible, like how much, like per frame that you really need to do, and that he's able to do that just by listening to when sound triggers is actually pretty crazy. So very excited, and really cool to get to do something like that. So I didn't not stream for no reason. I did it for a great and noble cause. So I'm back now. Everything's fine. We're here and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, first and foremost, Master Killer 121, thank you for the subs. Landsworth, thank you for the subs. And let's talk about, okay, Connor, they want me to make sure I tell you hi. I'm looking at him. Like I'm looking at him. Connor, you want to say? Yeah.
Hi, guys. I'm here. I can read chat too.
Yeah, so there's Connor, and Connor, poke your head into the main screen, the main camera. So you get it. There's Connor right there. So you've actually probably seen, if you've watched our Build Back commercial, Connor's the one who puts it out. So that's Connor, and he's actually been with the team for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. But the other thing too is I knew him when he was like yay big. Like his dad and his uncle were the ones who hired me at Microsoft to go into the games group, which is actually pretty cool. And yes, he is real. So it's actually really neat to, but now he actually works for me and my team, and his dad laughs at that, you know, Connor now works for me and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, it's a really cool thing. Very talented. Just graduated from Wazoo, right?
Yeah.
Wazoo, yeah, just graduated from, yeah, go Cougs. Everybody's like, okay. But just graduated from Wazoo this last fall, and he is officially now a full-time member of the Robeytech team, and he is our lead video editor. So he runs all the video editing stuff and all that sort of stuff. So really cool. But he also really likes to be behind the camera. Like the one thing is that you will learn about editors like, we love to edit, Robey, but we will go mad if we do nothing but edit. And there's a little bit of making editing easy by also being the person who's behind the camera at times as well. So anyway, very, very cool, and really, really excited to actually have him here and shooting. Okay, so that's enough chit chat. That's enough riff-raff. Let's get into what we're doing today. We are doing a really, really cool build, and I'm gonna tell Blondie, because I promised I would. I'm gonna look here real quick. The individual whose build this is J-Ridge 2778 across all three platforms. J-Ridge 2778. Oh, there you go. Look at Blondie already knew. Like, she is literally like, can we put that in there? And then doesn't tell me that she knows. So thanks for that, Blondie. I thought I was doing you a favor, and here it is. She's already doing it already. So okay. Anyway, guys, this is commission build for J-Ridge 2778. Excited to actually be doing this build for him. She did post in Slack, but can you put the 1080 back in? Just a suggestion. Can you put the 1080 back in seating? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. So your suggestion is, if you can tell me what that means, maybe.
Did you have a 1080 in the background, like a Founders Edition? Maybe that's what
I don't know. I mean, I have the signed, just so you know, I have the signed Henson 4080 Super back here, but I don't know what the 1080 is. Anyway, let's talk about the build. Let's do that, because we'll be here all day getting distracted. Robey is having a little bit of ADD here. So today we're building inside of the o11 Vision Compact, which I realized I've actually never built inside of. So they sent us one. This is one that they did in partnership with PCMR. They did the Vision, and then the Vision Compact was their smaller case version that has both settings. You can get it with glass at the top or with the perforated top. And the cool thing is that both of those come inside of the case, so you don't have to buy. There's not two different versions. You just buy one version, and then you can swap it around. But anyway, really, really excited to be building inside of this case for the first time. And I think we're doing a really, really cool build. This is a $2,800 Core Ultra 7 265K / RTX 5070 Ti build. So kicking it off with the CPU, we're using the Core Ultra 7 265K. This is, I think this one is, what? I think it's still over $250 right now. Is it $250 right now or something like that? But it's a very, very nicely priced CPU. Now, there it is, $299.99. Now, one of the questions that comes up an awful lot, people ask us a lot, it's like, hey, Robey, why not the 9800X3D versus the 265K, right? Like, should you spend the money? And here's the deal. At 1440p, there are very specific games that the Ryzen 7 9800X3D does excel at. In fact, you can get up to 14% in games like Counter-Strike or CPU specifically bound titles. But the thing that most people don't know is most games, we're talking about 85% of games, the difference in power and performance on a CPU side is less than 4%. It's about 4% on average. So the thing is that if you can spend $200 and upgrade from like a 5070 to a 5070 Ti or a 9070 to a 9070 XT, that is a much better use of your money than spending that additional cash on a Ryzen 7 9800X3D. And so there have been times when this has been on sale for as little as $250. And then the other thing too is that this is a productivity beast. So from a content creation standpoint, where you should be looking if you're a content creator or somebody who's also going to do additional workflow, is where something like this does work, is that this will run circles around a 9800X3D from a productivity standpoint, and then he spent the extra money on getting a 5070 Ti, which is going to do better for him in gaming than not. I'm just saying that it's not so black and white where people will just look at something and say like, the best CPU is this. You're absolutely right. The best gaming CPU is the 9800X3D, but that may not be the best way to spend the money for you, because you may, if you're playing games like Cyberpunk, Black Myth Wukong, Indiana Jones, even some like Marvel Rivals, things like that, those are way more GPU bound than CPU bound, and you're going to be better off getting a more powerful GPU and spending the money there. So that is just the way to kind of go through that. So there it is, 265K is $274 right now on Amazon. So there you can go, you can save some money. So there's our MOBO, our CPU. For MOBO, we're going Phantom Gaming ASRock. This is the Z890M Riptide, the Wi-Fi 7 model. So this is a micro ATX build, not a mini ITX, micro ATX. The good thing about the micro ATX is that the one thing is that for smaller cases like the Vision Compact, ones like your H3, stuff like that, they do use these smaller Mobos. The one thing that you're losing with these specifically is additional PCI slots, but a lot of times everything else, and it's not something that a lot of people use. Like for capture cards, you can do external capture cards from Elgato, from NZXT, from AverMedia. And so you don't, and a lot of times like the sound cards that are built into these Mobos could be good enough. But even if you did an external DAC, that would be totally fine as well. So a lot of times, if you're going to do these smaller cases, you're not sacrificing as much by going to micro ATX. And then the other thing too is about Z890 is we will be able to, oh, thank you very much, Ken for the $50. So thank you very much for that, man, appreciate it. But the other thing that's actually really nice about this as well is that it also means that you'll be able to use a smaller case with a smaller footprint, and then we'll be able to do Core Ultra 200S boost on this with his case. And then Zen drop in 10 community subs as well. Ken and Zen, are you the same person? Because that's crazy. Error 404, file not found. Okay, so that's what I was kind of saying is why in micro ATX. One thing is the reason micro ATX on this one is we are going to be doing a top-mounted AIO, which means we're going to be shifting this case down a bit. I think maybe this one you don't do that. All in all, like couple things. One, micro ATX can be less expensive, so you can save money on that, which is something that's also nice. And then if you don't, and that's kind of the only other reason. So sometimes it's just saving money. So you can get a smaller board for less money with more premium features, which is an option. And Lansworth, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And Real Beer Guy, thank you for the sub as well. Okay, oh, that is your real name? Okay, I was just making sure, because sometimes, Ken, I appreciate that. Thank you for being honest, because sometimes I'm like, did he do that just so I'd say his full name? And then it's not that I do that, it's just we're a family-friendly show, and I just need to make sure. So honestly, Ken, thank you very much for that. And then Zemu, thank you also for the 10 gifted subs. Sometimes I have seen people do both. And Zen, I didn't remember for sure, so please forgive me if you were offended. But thank you very much for that. And we could get a hype train rolling. Okay, so there's our Mobo. I'm like very in the mood to talk about parts today, so I don't know what it is. Storage-wise, we're going crazy. This is another place where he's spending his money. He's got a 1 terabyte OS drive. It's an MP Core 600, MP Core XT 600, MP 600 Core XT. And then we have 2 990 Pros, both 2 terabytes, and we're going to be putting these in RAID 0 for his build. So these will be set up as RAID 0 for his gaming build. So that's what we're going to be doing inside of today's build. So he'll actually have a total of 3 NVMe drives. 1 is just an OS, and then 2 that are in RAID 0, which actually should be cool. Does fit and could be an option. They do cost less, you are right. Thank you for letting us. Oh, no problem, and I appreciate that. I need 2 terabyte NVMe. So anyway, that's why we're essentially doing that. These are great drives. Samsung is one of those things that I know they kind of had a little hiccup a while ago. It feels like that's since been corrected. Remember guys, just because it broke once doesn't mean it's gonna be broken forever. I mean, we're honestly using ASRock and we're also using Samsung in this build, and that's because, you know what? They've done a ton of BIOS updates. Yes, that was an AMD thing, but I still really appreciate ASRock Mobos and all that sort of stuff. I have more questions just for fun. Why the slowest drive for the OS? Honestly, you could benefit from running a faster drive at the OS. A lot of times the thing is that most people want to have their games be on the faster drives. I will be honest, most games don't. There's a point in which games just only get so much from a speed standpoint. Usually where you have to really worry about very fast drives is if you're doing stuff like editing, where you want to have fast drives for things like your media drives or your stuff like that, specifically where that can be way more useful. But I mean, again, for this, it's just, again, if he's going to copy things back and forth, I mean, your OS, it's still going to feel super, super snappy there. So again, what he's probably thinking of is I'm going to run these in RAID 0, and it's kind of like a flex, I think, at this point in time. You don't really need to get more from that. So yeah. Let's see if there's any of that. I'm building my first PC. All of my parts already came except for the GPU and power supply. That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm super stoked for you. Okay, so there's our storage. For RAM, this is all a Corsair build. Now, I do want to be super clear that the music is being stupid. That's not what I wanted to be clear about, but I am gonna say the music's being stupid right now. So this is, I did not tell him to do iCUE Link, but a lot of times we like to put iCUE Link because iCUE Link is just a very, very easy thing for maintenance purposes. So this is gonna be an all iCUE Link build. So that's why we're using Corsair for as much as we potentially can here. The main reason being is that with using Corsair, that means that he has one application that basically runs everything, which is iCUE Link. We're still hoping, iCUE, which we're still hoping at some point in time Corsair redoes. That's the rumor. And then the other thing too is that in terms of just maintenance, like pulling things out or upgrading and stuff like that, it's a very, very easy system for new builders to use. So this is 6400 mega transfer, 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator RAM, which is going to be cool. So anyway, it's gonna work well. And the thing I really, really like about it is just how easy it is to maintain. For our cooling on this, it is overkill. You don't necessarily need it. One thing that Intel has definitely fixed recently is its temps. And this is the Corsair iCUE Link Titan 360 RX RGB. Great AIO. You know, again, you're definitely paying for the iCUE Link system at this point in time. And so because of that, you know, this is a little bit from a pricing standpoint, a little bit expensive, specifically given the performance. But in terms of ease of installation and just basically all of the maintenance and stuff like that, that is very cool. The other thing too is there's a lot of customizability that comes to this. You can get a screen at a later point. You can switch out the faceplate. So there are other things that you can do, which you don't necessarily get with lesser expensive options. The one thing is kind of Corsair makes everything, and they're big into customization, which I think is really neat. So that is a benefit to spending the money on an AIO like this. And then for the 265K, it is going to do an absolutely fine job. We're not going to have any problem there whatsoever. For the GPU, and you know, it's totally his call, but we're going to use the ASUS Tough Gaming 5070 Ti. The good thing about this is there's not a lot of RGB, so it's going to be totally fine. You don't need to install anything outside of updating firmware with Armory Crate. So you will want to have Armory Crate, but you don't have to run it just to go in and to make sure any firmware updates and stuff like that can still happen. But there's not any RGB, so it'll work perfectly fine with the ASRock motherboard. I love these cards. The cool thing is that with GPU Tweak, which is something that I have a tendency to use, which is a really good OSD program for monitoring temps and all that sort of stuff. This just has all of the bells and whistles that kind of come with that because it is an ASUS GPU. If you wanted to look at this and you wanted to go Team Red 9070 XT at this point in time, just because of the awesome job that AMD has been doing with its drivers from a rasterization standpoint, will outperform a 5070 Ti, but you know, from a just amount of games supported, NVIDIA definitely has the win there with DLSS 4 or 3 over FSR 4 at this point in time. But hopefully, with time, that gap ends up being a whole lot tighter. But great GPU and shouldn't have any issues whatsoever with playing games at 1440p, which is ideally what this system is going to be used at, which is why the Core Ultra 7 and this is going to be absolutely great. Trying to see if there's any questions. All that Corsair yellow makes me smile. It is. Araxis, you're absolutely right. Do you have the meter today? No. It is not over here, but I can probably ask for it and make sure we get it. But let's just skip it today. I ordered a Trix AIO today. Rip my wallet. Yes, you are not wrong. Trix AIOs are very, very expensive. Okay, and then, guys, you're gonna see more of these because I may have a new favorite. The Corsair RM1000E. It has the cables I love, but it has cable combs, which is awesome. So the other thing too is these have a tendency to be a little bit more competitive in pricing than the ASUS AIOs. So I really do like the cables and the cable cones from this one. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Would you recommend this build over in 5080 build? So the reason the question I have for this specifically for this AIO, and then Blondie, can you grab that question for the sheet? The main thing about the 5080 and where we talk about 5080 versus a 5070 Ti is really what you want to spend the money on. Where he has spent money on specifically in this case is for aesthetics, right? From an aesthetic standpoint, he is spending, and we're talking about, like I'm gonna show you right now, we have a lot of fans going into this build, and these fans could very, very well equate to the cost of upgrading from a 5070 Ti or being very, very close to going up to a 5080. A 5080 is, you know, from the performance standpoint, from an NVIDIA card, like you're now in a new echelon. This is above a 9070 XT. This is above a 5070 Ti. That 1440p on a 5080 will last a very, very long time. It's Daniel on YouTube, Blondie. It's his question right there. Would you recommend this over a 5080 build? Those are great questions. So it really comes down to what's important to you. And by the way, thank you very much. Hits Laz. Thank you very much for the raid. So anyway, the point being is that if it depends on what you want to spend your money on. In this case, some people, they want to have that good-looking build, right? Like that's important to them, and that's okay. So if value and looks are important, then this would be a great build that you're going to have. That your friends are going to come in and they're going to be like, "Wow, look how great that looks." And you got to be okay with the difference between a 5080 and a 5070 Ti. If you want just pure performance, there are definitely less blingy cases that you can get where you can afford a 5080. But again, it's all going to be up to what's best for you. RME does not come. So Raxness, don't they have a 1300 watt, or is 1000 the high end? I was just curious. Okay, so anyway, I think, guys, these are all the parts to the build. So it looks good, right? This is all the parts going into that case, which should be cool. And then again, like I said, this is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about this. Now, the one thing that's always fun is putting in all the fans, but because of the awesome screws that these Corsair fans come with, it's not going to be bad. So let's get this all taken down and start actually building the PC. What do you guys say? So many fans. You are not wrong, Nismo. So many fans. But that's okay, right? It's going to end up being a very, very pretty build. And I really like this build because it actually has, it's different from some of the other ones in the fact that it's got a lot of NVMe drives and all that sort of stuff, which should be really, really fun. And then we have plenty of room here on the desk because of all of the things. So if we want to, are we on top down? I guess let's go and pop over to top down. Oh, wow, look at all the stuff this comes with. Oh, look at that. So many fun things, guys. There you go. So there's all our stuff. Do not remove the memory OC shield from the motherboard. Removing this may affect memory overclocking performance. What? Okay. I guess we'll see what that is. And then you also get a sticker if you want to throw that on. There really is a shield there. I've never seen that before. We will look at that closely here in a minute. It's funny because Connor's like, oh, what is he talking about? Sorry, I throw that over there. Okay, so this is all the extra stuff. That goes over there because this is a commission. Okay, so when we open this up, guys, check this out. There's literally a little shield. Yeah, there it is right there. This little memory overclock shield, which is super interesting. I've never seen something like that. And apparently, I'm guessing at some point in time, people started removing it, thinking it was a sticker. Don't do that. That's what they're saying. They're saying, don't do that. Make sure you keep it on. And you can see it right there. Isn't that crazy? Their memory overclock shield. Does it protect you from memory overclockers? In case those bad memory overclockers come in? I know, right? Like it's new. It's something new, which I think is rad. So we're gonna do something new. Okay, let's get this opened up and put our Movo in. I mean, put our CPU in here. Get this out. Put that in the box. Boom. Okay, here we go. Open it up. 265K. Oh, it popped right off. That's okay. You can take this off, guys, but not the overclock shield, just FYI. Always give those as extra. Okay, next up, guys, let's get our RAM in. either that or people were not well reading the manual on the memory stuff, so they added that extra info on the memory overclock shield. I'm guessing that's what it is. And it looks like it surrounds this capacitor here, and then there's definitely something here that they've added to potentially make it more stable. I don't know. So it's definitely a cool new thing, right? So. Okay, here we go. Time for RAM sticks, but before we do that, we got some peels here. Ooh, yeah. Everybody loves the peels. There's only one on this side, though. Only one peel. Here's another appealing peel. There we go. Peels are done. Okay. We dumped out our things like waffles. Time to get them in. There we go. Those weren't necessarily the best clicks anyway. I'll be honest. Those kind of were mushy. Well, yeah. So I'm glad we. Oh, actually, that wasn't bad. I felt that in my appendix, right? That one is actually pretty good. I think I definitely felt that. I guess it's something like that, Philnix. Let's see if we have. We have any? Oh, we have some peels here, guys. So let's zoom out a little bit, and then we'll do M.2 drives here in a minute. But we have a peel right here. It's fast, mysterious, and unbeatable. I don't know why you'd put that on a motherboard, but hey, it sounds cool. When you look at this, guys, it's fast, mysterious, and unbeatable. You're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm fast, mysterious, and unbeatable. What's up in Need and Temperance? It's a 5070 Ti. Darkwing Duck. Wow, dude, that's a blast from the past right there. Okay, so we got a blazing M.2. Now we do not endorse that kind of stuff here on Robeytech, but just that's what they put on here, okay? I think it's okay. Oh, okay, I was like pushing it too hard, I guess. Okay, so we got some peels here at the bottom. Got to grab our peelers. Use this. I gotta feel like I'm using tools, right? It's like, you know. Okay, so here we go. First peel. Ooh, yeah. It says remove liner. So I did what I was supposed to do. Now the other thing too is like one of the things that's also, I don't know if people know this is an added benefit, but you just pop these on your nose here while you do your build. Not only do you get your M.2s taken care of, but it also helps you remove unwanted oil, skin oil, and blackheads. So keep those on there. And you guys can tell me if you notice a difference here on these, right? Like they're pore strips, you know what I mean? Like, so there. I think that's looking pretty good there. Yeah, there we go. I'm just saying, you don't know. These things make a big difference. People are like, wait, what? Oh, brother. Are any of we're gonna check to see if they're double-sided. I think this one is not. So this one is single-sided for the 1 terabyte, which doesn't surprise me. My face is perfect, I don't need them. Well, fine. We can't all have perfection like you, sir. There we go. Hold on. Okay, this is getting in my way here. I can't see all the way. Okay, let's do this one more time. Okay, here we go, first one. There we go. There, that's locked. Okay, so we got that one now. It's blazing fast in the blazing M.2 slot. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so we got one in. Do you notice a difference? Like, is my pores seem cleaner?
Should I get a real,
let's get
real nice close?
How does it look? Does it look better, guys? Do you see? Does it look cleaner? Like, do you know? Can you see where it was and wasn't? Right? Like, just from the. It's like I feel like it's better, right? I feel like it's night. Yeah, it's night and day. Pretty freckly to me. Yeah, well, they added freckles. That's what it does. It adds freckles. Like baby skin now. I like that. Blondie is always like, please don't do nose hair cam. That's the only one she doesn't care about. It's like, please don't do that. And I didn't. Just for Blondie. Okay, let's get these installed here. These are going to be the Game Raid 0 drives. There we go. There we go. Now these should be double-sided. No, these are single-sided too. Yeah, see, there's one on the single-sided. It's only one on each side. So if we were doing Asus boards and we needed the spacers, we could totally put those in. This has a little book back here. I do have the beard comb, guys. Hey, GL Rod, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get this one open here. They're playing Minecraft. Minecraft needs. I'm just kidding. They're playing Civ 5. Because Civ 5. It's a 265K build. Yes. They're playing Stellar 7. They're playing Red Baron. These are all games that are like 1980s. They're playing Commander Keen. People are like, what are you even saying? They're playing Minesweeper. There you go. They're playing Spider Solitaire. Janitor Joe. Doom, the OG Doom. Okay, we got a couple peels here on this one. Midtown Madness, that's right, Chips Challenge. They're playing Zork, which is like a text-only game. Okay, so here we go. Let's get these peeled here. I could have had these all over my face, dude. I had so many pore helping me, pore protecting.
You got 4 slots total.
I got 4. Yeah, I mean, I could have these everywhere. I mean, like I could literally. Let's stick. There we go. And then let's get this one on here. There we go.
It's crucial to the build.
It is. I need to go see. Can I get the other ones here? I'm gonna get all my forehead there. That's pretty good. There you go. There you go. Oh, that's the other wrong way. You make sure I get the pore side there. There we go.
Do we need like a super close up of the forehead here?
There we go. It's like my head is so clear that they're not sticking anymore because yeah, there. Look at that. Look at it. Look at how good that looks, right? Like look at all those. It's gonna be so clean. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good when I'm all done, guys. You guys are gonna be like, I'm gonna get makeup commercials because of like how clean my skin is. It's my new skin routine, using M.2 to clear my pores. I bet you people haven't thought about that. Like they don't even know how brilliant my maneuver really is. Because they're like, it's not brilliant, Robey. There's nothing smart about what you're doing right now. There we go. Got one in. Now, the question is, do I install these correctly? Nope. Maybe this one goes like this. Maybe, ooh, I think. Nope, that is wrong. I failed. Okay. How do I do this?
Did you just get the wrong one on the wrong side?
Yep. I gotta figure out the right direction here. I like them better when they only go on one way, but this one will actually go on both. So you're like, see if this is the right way. And then I think this goes like this, right? Because that looks like that makes the most sense. See, that looks like it works. Now the question is, we just look on the back of the Mobo and take a picture look at the back box.
Tricks are for Trey as a baby.
What? You have a baby? That's amazing, Tricks. Dude, so he works for us. Trevor. That's amazing, Trevor. Okay, this is the right way, by the way. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, my man. So when is the baby due? When is the baby due, dude? Phantom Gaming is ASRock. There we go. Guys, Mobo is done. Well, we're gonna check. I think we have to put something around there, but yeah, there we go. That's so cool. First week in November. Dude, I'm so happy for you, my friend. So happy for you. That's so cool. Congratulations. That's such a big deal. Oh, there it is. Okay. I always lose this thing. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow, and Figment's birthday's on November 3rd. You may not want to share with Figment's birthday. She's really precious about that. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm gonna pull these off here. There's a lot of sweat on those. Oh. Okay, wow, those are really wet. How's it look? This looks really good? Yeah? You guys notice a difference?
Better than before.
It's better. Dude, look at that. Guys, look at that.
9 out of 10 doctors.
9 out of 10 doctors. New trend coming. New trend. Nose cam. No nose cam. Okay, next up, let's do our AIO. Just don't do it on Figment's birthday. She'll be mad. Bear in the Cave. Do you remember the game Jezball? I do not remember the game Jezball. Don't forget to use zip ties. I'll use zip ties to help pop my pimples. I think that seems like a really good idea. Okay, so what we're gonna get here is we need to get the stuff for that's AMD, and here's Intel right here. Hey guys, don't forget we do have giveaways. So if you want to head over, hit those like buttons over at youtube.com/Robeytech Live. 150 likes gets $15 gift card. 200 likes gives a $200 gift card. 250 likes gets a $25 gift card. Sorry, 200 likes gets a $20, not $200. Yeah. And then, yeah, so if you want to be helpful to us and make that happen, that would be absolutely huge, guys. That feels like garbage. Okay. Feel like the music's being weird again? Maybe?
It's loud.
Yeah, it's because it was wrong. It's broken. It feels like it got worse that time. Okay, so there we go. Let's pop that in there. Thank you very much, dude. Congratulations again. So all you got to do is head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live and hit that thumbs up. And then also, if you guys want to support our Patreon for M.2 porkcleaning.com, go ahead and just head over to our Patreon and drop some money. We'll put you in on the founders list. Dare D, what games do you play? And then can you grab, hey, Blondie, can you grab Dare D's question? What games do you play? That's the question right there. There we go. We're gonna get our bracket on here. And this one's got the sticky, so we actually get it to stay this time. Okay. Just like that. And there we go. Well, now we're good there. That was like a long time ago, right, Araxnus? Okay, so that's in now, and so everything here is good to go. Now is the time, guys, to strip the case. Do we have the same thing to use the AIO for AMD? There is, on AMD, they use screws. You actually replace it with little holes to plug it, to screw directly in. It's very similar though. Oh, Kevin, thank you very much for letting me know that. BMOC, why are you over there? I'm not used to you being over there. Okay. Okay, Okay, we're gonna take this off now. There we go. And then is this has got a screw, I think. Maybe? Dude, that is making me nervous. Oh, there's a piece of tape. That would help. Okay, that feels like, okay. I was like, what's going on here? There we go. It's got a little plastic on it. So we'll keep that undone. Let's go over here to the back side. There we go. And then we got one more here. Boom. There we go.
I would have been surprised if that was screwed down. Usually Lian Li's pretty good about that.
They, on their bigger cases, they stick a screw right here on the bigger one. So I was like, so I just want to be, it's like you never know. Oh, you don't have Twitch. Oh, that's why. Okay, so if Call of Duty, okay, so Dare D, Kevin is absolutely right in that case. For those particular games you're talking about, I would do the 9070 XT. You're gonna get much better rasterized performance using that than you would on a 5070 Ti. Yes, and it is the o11 Vision Compact, Kevin. So he is, I would listen to Kevin, and what Kevin said is true. Okay, so it looks like this is good. This is, yeah, that's all magnetic. So just going through this, I haven't built in this case before, so let's just take a quick look around the case here. So we have support for both ATX and micro ATX, which we're gonna be using micro ATX, so we will be moving some of the standoffs to get that done. This does have a GPU sag bracket built into it, which runs all the way to the back. This one should be fine. The only thing about these particular models of sag brackets is that they can have an impact in triple fans if the fans are flush to the chassis. We can do 3 fans in the top, 3 fans in the side. The Lian Li does come with the ability to change this top panel from a AIO to just glass, and that does come with the case specifically. So you can just remove this and then replace this with glass all up. But the other thing too that's cool about this is I can remove it and then mount the AIO the easy way. Let's move to the back side here. What do we got back here? We have magnets. Ooh, those are nice, strong magnets. This is one of the things that drives me nuts about certain o11s. But very, very strong magnets. For cabling, we've got USB-C, USB 3, only a single, HD audio, unfortunately, with the ketchup and mustard cable, and then a unified front panel. And then you have two optional 3.5-inch drives. And those 3.5-inch drives you can just take off with just using some screws down here. If you're not gonna have 3.5-inch drives, then not a big deal. The only thing I'd say about 3.5-inch drives, and we still have to do this video, it's coming soon, we are gonna be testing, is it better to just stick all your games on a 3.5-inch drive, and then instead of pulling them down from the internet, you just have a big storage space from Steam, and then you can just move them between your big drive and your NVMe versus just saving them and pulling them down from the internet. And that could save you a ton of time depending on your connectivity. So one thing to be thankful of if you're thinking about one thing that might make sense if you want to use bigger drives in that case. GL Rods 89, thank you very much for the sub. Okay, so anyway, that's everything here. Let's go ahead and get our build in. Our stuff in. Oh, and it's also got a, oh, so it's also, dude, check that out, that's cool. So they also have a magnet the other way. So there's a magnet here, so when it stays open, it holds it closed too, which is actually, dude, that's awesome. That was, that's like a great quality of life feature. Now the other thing too is to know about this is that you can actually move the front panel if you want to. And so all it is you just basically remove a screw, and you can remove this to different places on the case if you wanted to do that. That's another option that they've added with these particular systems. So that's up to you. And then all it is a screw, and then you can remove this whole thing and slip it around if you want to. And then I think you can replace the foot. So I think that's kind of everything I remember about this case in particular. But let's go ahead and get the Mobo in, which I think is where we're at now. Okay, here we go. Now this is also so I can see which, okay, so I need to move these ones. So I got those 3, so I'll need to move 1. So I'll need to move 1 right here. So I'll need to move this one up and then I can get rid of these. I can keep these other 2 down here just to save them, but I got one here, here, here. This is the only place I don't have one. The rest of them actually line up. So I'll move that 1 standoff and then go from there. Ooh, and that peg is really nice. Okay, so we're gonna remove this standoff and just move it up to right here. Oh, actually, I'm gonna move this one up and I'm gonna move this one up to you here. Yes, here. Okay, so I'll move 2 of these standoffs. Find our standoff screw. Nope, not that one. That one works, okay. There we go. There we go. One more here. Okay, there we go. So that all looks good. Okay, so we got everything in there. Now what we're gonna do is get this in and get it installed. Perfect. And then one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this M.2 slot. And the main reason for that is just so we can, we can get access to, oh wait, is it underneath? Oh yeah, there it is. So I actually have to remove that to get to the, I have to remove that to get to the slot here, so. Oops, and this is glued to get, or cleaned down. Go. So we got a couple zip ties. Always, those are big, dude. You get 3. You get 3 zip ties. That's it. Like, you don't need any more than that for this build, Mr. Robey. And then here we go. All the screws come together. That's like all the screws. They're like, here, have all the screws in one giant big bag. Okay, so let's grab our thing here. And it looks like it's probably these screws right here, which is these are usually the Mobo screws. So we're gonna find out if I'm right. Looks like I am. So there we go. And there we go. So there is some Mobo. Let's put the rest of these in. We do have some room around this for the BTF side. But the bottom, the one thing that's kind of a bummer about the bottom of this is that because the bottom doesn't have the ATX, like it's not ATX, we can't be as hidden about the screws down here at the bottom. So, well, I mean the cables down here at the bottom. But it'll still, we'll just run them from the side, I think. Figure that out. I'm gonna look at the back here real quick. Nope, this doesn't support micro ATX BTF, which is interesting. There we go. One more. Right there. Okay, so there's all of our screws in. And one thing we got to do now is pop our NVMe back in. There we go. Guys, how's Connor doing at the camera stuff? Is he doing okay? Make sure you give him some positive reinforcement. He's doing a good job. Trying to make sure you guys are getting the angles and the views that you want. Well, the first Project Zero boards were micro ATX, so that's why I was a little surprised. 5, oh wow, that's not very nice. He says 5 out of 10. Dang, he's hard.
Yeah, that's probably fair though. This is first time doing stream cam. So.
Yeah, it's the first time he's doing stream cam, guys. He's trying to do a good job. Camera goes, yeah, camera just goes dark and leaves. Okay, so there's that. Put those in there because we don't need any more of this. Okay, so there we go. Now what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna work on getting our front panel connectors and how we're gonna route those to make them look the nicest. And I was hoping that we might have some spots down here in the middle part for that, but that's not gonna be the case here. So let's pop this up here. Luckily, because this case is so small, we don't have to worry as much about that here. Okay, so front panel, I think we have a little spot right here, which is great. So we'll run, this is our front panel, unified front panel header. It's gonna go right here. There we go, so there's that one. And then I think the right thing to do for the HD audio, we'll see if this works, is run this one all the way over. That seems like the best option, and then we'll just kind of tighten it down. I might do this. Have it run underneath this like that. Why am I failing at this all of a sudden? Oh, it goes right here, that's why. Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's okay. There we go. And we'll probably bring this really tight. It looks like we can do underneath. Look at that. See, that's solid. So we'll make sure that's tight, which is good. Okay, USB 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to get that to stick. But I could do some like little. What I'll probably do is stick some sticky, like some black stuff to kind of some sticky double side to get that. Or yeah, that's probably gonna work really well, which should be fine. But we'll figure that out here at the end. Okay, USB-C. Oh, does it fit? Yes. Oh, look at that. Right behind there. Okay, I need to go the other way. One more time. USB 3.2. There we go. There we go, and then we'll hide that. It'll be nice and hidden there. And then we'll do the same thing with the USB-C, which is nice and thin. So again, keeping the cables as minimalistic as possible. Okay, flip it around. I just ran that through there. Okay. Ooh, that was a solid click. Wow. Okay, so there we go. So that's all in. And then now what we need to do is just kind of clean that up. And then let's see what we can do here. Let's go to top down here real quick. Let's see what we got here. A little bit of sticky here. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this will be perfect. this is where what we'll do is we're just gonna create on our own here. Our own little kind of chunk here of double-sided. Pop that off. There we go. What we'll do is we'll stick this onto the top of this. And unstick that like that. That'll keep that stuck back there. Okay, so there we go. A little bit of modding. And then now you can't see that cable. Okay, so that's that. And then now let's fix the other cables. Yeah, I'm excited to see it too, because I'll be honest, not a lot of people do this without the Lian Li stuff, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this looks without those. And then these, I think if I remember correctly, they pop out. There they are, yeah. Yeah. Zoom it out a bit. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to get these zip tied together here. And then we'll get them trapped in the right places. So I'm going to do this here, which is only really for one cable, but that's okay. It's okay to have something for one cable. Move this up like that. There we go. Okay, and that should hold that there. Hold that up there. And we'll take this. There we go. And that locks those in, which is great. Perfect. There you go, right there. I want to just make sure this is further up, which is fine. Just want to make sure that's plenty tight. So we'll pull these a little bit more. Just want to make sure that's nice and tight there, and then that should be fine against the things from there. Okay, so there is our, so far, cable management, pretty chill. Okay, next step, guys, screw time. Sounds dirtier than I meant it, but it is not meant to be. Let's grab some water. What do we need? We are going to put in all of our screws. I mean, all of our fans now. Okay, so we're gonna put 3 there. We can do 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, and then we can do 2 in the back apparently. So this is going to be interesting. Now we only need one hub, which is the AIO one, which is already updated for us. For this case, I would do the edge, the 1000 edge over a shift. The edge is definitely the better play here. I don't know how much it is, but love that case. I mean, love that PSU. The EG 1000, I mean the Edge 1000 over the EG 1000, I would even argue, would be better. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these out. This is all extra stuff. Nope, it's doing that stupid music. Go. Well, these are the Corsair screws. Yeah, so these should be fast. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get all of these prepped and see how fast we can put the screws in. Maybe that'll be the better play here, guys. Next one.
Big pile of parts on the floor here.
Yep, starting to happen. These are all the extra stuff.
While Justin's getting all the fans prepped, I'm just going to show off on the floor the growing pile of parts we have.
There we go. It's all the recycle. Peel. Peel. Oh, dude. Just realized these are clear. These are clear. These ones are definitely gonna do good pore stuff, dude. Oh, these are good. These are good pore cleaners. Oh, dude, come on, stick. There you go.
Those cover a ton of area too.
They do. They're like good for all sorts of surfaces here. These are gonna be great. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne passed away. That doesn't stick there, okay. Right there, you're getting some good. Gonna make sure we get maximum coverage here. I'm clearing out my pores, yeah, guys. Like good pore cleaning, you know? I think this is gonna be like, look how good my hair is gonna look, you know? My forehead, it's gonna look amazing. Okay, got all those on now. Yeah, it's sad to see. It's sad to have him pass away. Okay, there we go. It's all our extra stuff here. Okay, so now what we need is, so these are going to be upside down on the bottom here. So we need to switch these around. Corsair. And then we're going to put this here. And then this here. And then flip this around.
You have to flip them around for all of them?
For the ones that, yeah, because they're gonna be backwards. So that way they're the right direction when we... Oh wait, did I? Oh, no, I want to go this on this side. Ugh. There we go. There we go, and then this one. Okay, so there's those 3 fans. It should go right there. Now these are also going to be intake, intake, exhaust, exhaust. So these are also going to be, but we want these to be this way, which I think the Corsair should be, what do you think? I think it should be this way out of the side or this way? I think that way out of the side, right? Because it's going to read this way.
Yeah, here in.
Yeah.
Out back top.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you had the same mental thing I was going through. Yeah, that. Okay, next one. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so there's those fans. Those go in the back here. And then now we need these fans. And there's 2 of these. Yeah, orange and blue could be cool. Actually, we haven't done that. That might be a good one to stick in there. There we go. Throw that in there. Let's see, do I have any empty spots up here? Maybe right here. There we go. There we go. We got another one right here. It's a good one there. I'm getting such good coverage today for my. Getting such good coverage today. Right cheek is empty. Okay, I gotta work on the right cheek. My mom would be so proud of you right now. That makes me happy. I feel like it's like the perfect amount of time too. Like by the time I get all these installed. So Bolfru, this is what he wanted. The other things I would say the Corsair fans are easier from a maintenance standpoint. Depending on the fans too, these can be better performing. The TL fans are obviously the best performing ones, but the one thing is that Lian Li, it's a whole lot easier from an RGB perspective, everything he's gonna manage. So there's definitely benefits and cons, right? So, and so it really comes down to what you want. Okay, we got that cheek has one. This cheek doesn't have any. Get some on that there. There we go. I got one more here. Got one more. I gotta find a place to. Yeah, it feels good. No, it's not gonna stay there. There we go. That feels that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there, right? No, real beer guy, we do not. Because I always have builds to build, right? But we do give discounts. We do give discounts to people who are getting them done, like who are followers, who are just people who are followers and subscribers. Okay, so there's that. And this is gonna go Mike Corsair. Okay, I put it, after all that work, I put it on the wrong side. go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's all of the fans. Oh, that's why. And the thing is, you know you're putting them in backwards because if you put them the wrong way, they have magnets, so they won't let you push them together. So you only can put them together the right way, which is actually kind of neat. Okay, so there's all the fans, and these are going to go right back here. So that'll be all of the fans putting in here. Okay, now the question is, how long with all the screws is this going to take? And believe it or not, it will not take as long as you think. Okay, so we're going to get this all the screws done, all screws out. There we go, because these are those special screws. And there's all of our screws. Okay, so all of our screws are out. There we go. Let go! There. No, not on the floor. 2OC do that. Okay. Screwdriver. Okay, first one. So start putting these in now. Check this out, guys. Oh, nope, this is, you're gonna wanna, they want you to do it the right way. Okay, I'm gonna put that back. So maybe this comes out. It feels like it has a come out part to it, but because I can't quite get to the corners.
Is it these screws inside?
Oh, maybe these are them? Oh yeah, must be it. Okay, so it comes out of the side. Put that back in. Wasn't having a hard time seeing those. Okay. There we go. Get all these fans in the way. There's that. Now does this come out? Usually it does. There's usually a button or something like that on these. I haven't worked with this case in particular, so I don't see, but it looks like, it definitely looks like it does. Huh. Because it pops out. There's a little bit of learning here, guys. There's definitely a way that this comes out.
Screws on the bottom, maybe?
I see this one, but it's not attached to this. And this is the, usually there's like a button or something like that that you push, but this one doesn't seem to have the button. There's, okay, hold on, there's something right here. Maybe this, oh, it's this right here. There we go. Okay, there's that. And that, okay, so there's all of our, we now have our little attachments out yet. Okay, found it. It's gotta be smarter than the case, guys. Okay, so this one is going bottom, Corsair on it. Flip it over. And we'll use the WOW stick. You'll see what I mean by these screws. Okay, maybe not WOW stick. There we go. There we go. They go that fast. And there's that. Okay, so now what we can do, pop that in just like this. There's one set of screws, one set of fans. Next set of fans. It's on the right direction. Yeah, we wanted that, okay. Flip it over. There, look at, see, that goes so fast. No, there's 3 at the top too. You're gonna have 3. You're gonna have a total of 5 exhaust and 6 intake. But let me just slide that. Oh, I think I got to put it through the back. And there we go. There's the intake. There on the side. And then now, just gotta put our intake fan, our exhaust fans. These might actually need to go in after the AIO, but we'll see. Put them in the bottomest part for now. We're just gonna put 2 screws in for now, and then just in case. And there you go, guys. Yeah, it's probably, so we might actually only end up being able to do 1, but we tried it. So there we go, guys. There's all of the fans if it fits with the AIO, but it should fit, so we're gonna find out here. Okay, so let's get our AIO installed. But see how fast that was? That's one of the things that's really nice. That's one of the things that's really nice about this sort of thing. Okay, so now we can see how my pores look, because now all our fans are installed. Look at it, look at all the grease, dude. Look at that.
I am impressed by how committed to this bit you are. Like the entire time you just had all of them on.
That's actually kind of nasty, guys. That's actually really gross. That my head is like sweating from the like being underneath all that plastic. But anyway, I got a lot done. My blackheads are clear. So not only do I now have all my fans installed, guys, but I also have clear skin. So I mean, like, this is amazing. This is an incredible day for the history of Robeytech. And remember, there we go. Okay, so let's get our AIO installed now. At least all our fans are in. And guys, it's 2:18. So it's 2:18. We've been working on this for 1 hour and 18 minutes, of which a lot of time has been me windbagging. And we got a lot done. That's one of the things that's actually really nice about Corsair iCUE Link, is just how much you're able to get finished and get it installed with all of like kind of their quality of life features that they've kind of done here. So I don't know. I think it's gonna look good when it's all said and done. Okay, so now for the last bit of this, which the one thing I really like about this AIO is that all of it comes pre-installed. Thanks, Joshua. Joshua says, I'm so proud of you, Justin. You're gonna go so far. It's my $1 billion company idea right here, guys. $1 billion company. Okay, so there's that. These are just all my, I do need to go ahead and rat all these, so I'll do that here in a minute. Okay, there's my cable for that. Okay, there's those. Let's grab some water. Okay. Your AMD bracket in here, but this also includes the screws for the AIO. Yeah, you guys want good peels, right? That was a solid peel, wasn't it? Okay, so there's our AMD bracket. Okay. And the last thing we need here, so there's our fan hub, our hub. There we go. Now, pull this out. Go. And there's all of our fans already installed and ready to go. Okay, look out, here we go, Connor, over your head. Okay, so now, just need to make sure that we check our fitment real quick. Got enough blackheads, I feel confident in that. Okay, so it's just gonna make sure that we don't have any fitment issues here. Even if we push this, yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. Maybe, okay, let me try this. So we may only be able to do one rear fan. Go, put that out. If we push it way forward, we might be actually okay.
You look like you have clearance.
Yeah, I have clearance here. So if I do, I just need to grab my screws here. We might actually be okay, guys. So grab this, there we go. And this right here. Okay, so we're gonna put that in. Then we're gonna push it all the way forward.
Renee the dev is asking if 64 gigabytes of RAM is too much for
Oh,
gaming, video editing.
I think for video editing, no.
Video editing, I would say 64 gig is the minimum if you're doing 4K footage.
Yeah, and luckily, it's like the good thing is we actually have Connor here who edits on Windows, right?
Yeah.
At 4K and stuff like that. So your rig has 64 or?
Yeah. So I have 64 gigs of memory. That's not the fastest memory. It's DDR5, and then 7950X, and then a 4090. If I wasn't doing 4K footage, if I was just doing like gaming clips, then 32 gigabytes is totally fine. But I use the 64 gigabytes for joint Premiere and After Effects stuff, and that allows me to usually most of the time have both of those programs running at the same time, so I can do Dynamic Link and edit on After Effects, and then throw that into Premiere through Dynamic Link. And 64 gigabytes helps a ton with that. So for 4K, I would say that's the minimum you want, is 64. But you can never have too much either. So if money's not an object, then just get as much as you can.
So we're gonna get this fitted. I still have to run all of the cables, right? So like, that's what I gotta do is run all of our cables for these things because these are not run right now. So that's the part I gotta figure out. But it does technically look like this all fits, right? So I mean, like there's all of your fans inside of this, including the 2 rear fans. The only thing I'm looking at here is when you go like this, right? And that might be if we push the tubes up, like if it hits that back tube is the only question I have. So, which we can play with. But let me go ahead and route. This is where we route all of our cables now. So we'll route this one right here. I'm gonna route down below. Right there. And this is what makes iCUE Link so nice. I think it's just what it takes to actually route all so those fans are now connected, right? Like that's the only cable you have to worry about. And then we could, so I have to do this one. There's one right here. That one usually rounds out and up. And then this one, we should have a long one. This is the long one. This is the other long one. Okay, so this is the other long one. So this is gonna go out. So this is gonna come up and connect into the side of this, right? Which is, oops, oh, it's all good, it's all good. I should go ahead and, I'll screw this in now, because we don't need to take it out again. Right here, that's one. Oops. I need my, that's what I need. Ugh, phone. Can't see the screw light. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, now that's screwed in. Okay, so that won't fall out now. And then this, that is going to come out and connect directly into the, so I got to route this one. Which I don't have a lot of spaces to route this. I have, got to figure out where I'm going to put this screw.
The side fans, are those coming up the bottom?
So I was looking, there's one spot there, but the other one is like blocked. And then there's a spot up at the top that we could route it up and through to something. So that's what I'm looking at now. Do this. There we go. That may be, this comes out. Oh, it looks like you got to take all of it to do that, including this. Okay, so that's not as easy as I thought it was to get to the, unscrew this, but I only put in 2 screws on for that reason. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is mount the AIO real quick, and then I could do the rest by just loosening stuff. Oops. You can put these in. There you go. I'm sorry. I do. I choose to stream when you're at work. That's the whole reason I do it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this in. Take this off. Boom. Boom. There we go. Make sure this is tight all the way. Okay, so there's that. Now the question is that like I could run, this is like a hole to run this through, yeah. So I could run a longer one down here and then connect these two in a short cable and then do a long one out, which might make the most sense. So I could run this right through here and have that covered by the two PCI cables, which I think would look good. And then I could do a 2 cable to this one, which is right over here. Oh, weird. Does it do that way in front? Let's go to stack, see what it shows. Yep, okay, let's just turn it off and turn it back on. No, just turn it off and turn it on. It'll go back. Oh, let's go top down. It's in the front. Sorry, I'll show you. It's right here. Never seen it do that before.
Yeah, I just noticed. I'm like, what is that?
There it goes. That was weird. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna route our main small cable here. So we're gonna take this little small cable, and then so we'll have one cable coming from the AIO pump that'll go directly into the hub, and then we'll have the second one. Wait a minute. This is hooked up. These aren't hooked up into anything. Okay, so these. Ooh, okay. These aren't actually hooked up into anything. Huh. So I need to have these. These need to go into something, and then this needs to come out. So the pump needs to go into the AIO is what I need. So if I did one of these out and then all the way through from the rear fan, then that would work. But the pump needs to go into the AIO. And I don't think that'll reach. I don't think it'll reach all the way up there, right? But would. And that doesn't help me because I'd have to flip these upside down for that to work and then put it on the other side. Okay, let me see if I can do that. And then but then, where am I gonna route it? I think I'm gonna have to go down to one fan on this side. Even though it fits, from a cable routing standpoint, it's just for Corsair iCUE link, you just can only use one fan. And temperature-wise, it's not going to be a big deal. Okay, take this out.
It's always the fun part, solving the fan puzzle.
Yeah, the fan puzzle's always the fun part. Okay, that's not going to work up there, but if I do this way, I think I want it on this side, it's outside, but if I do this way, that works fine. If I do it right there, that's going to be not in a place where the things are not. Do it up, that'll be fine.
And 48-month and 45-month reset.
That's amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, so then this will go, this one will go up to here, and then this will go out and up. Okay, so this is to this cable, and then this one will be from the rear fan to the hub. Okay, so we got it all hooked up now. Yeah, this is always the little bit of a puzzle as you figure out how you're gonna daisy chain everything, but once you get it all figured out, you're like, okay, I get it. But it just takes a little bit of thinking to get it to that point. Okay, so this one is gonna go down like that, and like this. There you go. Okay, and there's our fan all hooked up. Okay. And the only thing I'll have to do is take this and this, flip it around. Okay, so that takes care of that, and that's now routed. So that's all that one. So that's the pump will be hooked up. So now what I'm going to do is quickly get that installed. There we go. 2 more. That doesn't, might want to get it a little bit higher. It's kind of as high as it'll go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there is our fan setup. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we need to unscrew the top thing here real quick. That's all routed. So, oh no, good old fan thing. Okay, so now what we need to do is take this real quick, unscrew this. And unscrew this over here. Okay, now okay, and then this goes right here. There we go. And this comes out. And then this plugs in right here. Is how that's routed. We're going to take this cable and plug it over here. We got that now. And that is going to go down and through. You could actually have it come out there. We'll try that. Go through here. Okay. Okay, so now all the cables, now all the, everything is wired, which is what we wanted. There we go. One more screw, and then we actually have it all. We can route it all. Okay. Okay. Now, just pull this cable through. Where are you? There it is. And there we go. Now all of the cables, all of our fans are all hooked up, everything's wired, and we're good to go. That looks good. And there you go, guys. That is everything wired. So all these extra things you can put away. I do need that. I do need that. I need that. But the rest of this stuff just need to put away. Little bit of thinking man's game right there, which is why I struggled at it with it so much. Okay, those.
Raxus is asking what the reason the second fan would have worked.
Because of you couldn't run the wires to it. You couldn't. So there's not. So the iCUE link cables, there's not enough room. Even if I was to rotate them, there's no place to run the cable. So even if I ran this all the way up, I'd have to flip the fan around, and even then, there's no place to run the second iCUE link cable to run it all in. So that's why. Okay, let's put all this through. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, sorry, J Ridge. It's just like, this is always the thing, is like there's the plan, there's like what can fit, and then there's what can actually fit, so. But, I mean, it always helps to have a spare fan, because if something goes wrong with one of these, you can just replace it. So, we'll just include that in the box. Dead Boy, if you check the, I have a step-by-step guide on how to install the Trikes panorama, and it'll show you exactly what the install process is like. So just look for how to install this AIO Trikes, just search for that, and there's a step-by-step guide that shows you step-by-step how to install that AIO. Go. Okay. We're very close to done now. All I got to do is a little bit more wiring to get the AIO done and hook everything to the iCUE hub, but it's a very fast process, and then we install our GPU and our CPU, and GPU and power supply, and we're done. How we doing likes on YouTube, guys? Sorry, I've been heads down trying to figure out the iCUE link stuff, so I've been paying attention to chat. Hope everybody's been having a good chat. $124, guys. We're almost to the 150 mark. There's 175 people just on YouTube alone. Sorry, on Twitch alone. Okay, there we go.
Blondie says 124.
Yep, so there we go. Yeah, go hit that thumbs up, guys, because we're really close to a giveaway. Okay, now we have to install our hub. And then once the hub is installed, which there's lots of room to install the hub. In fact, putting it up here might make the most sense. Right here, this looks nice. Simple place to put it, right here. Looks like a good place. We'll actually use the sticky just because of where it's going to sit. Actually, we will not use the sticky because if you need to replace the hub, that makes it hard. So just stick it right up there. I like that. I like that area, but I could like just do this like inside of this, which could be cool, and I'll hold it on its own. Uh, 77022. It is magnetized. Like there is a magnet on it. Go. Put that in right there. We'll use this to secure that down, which is nice. go. There you go. There's that one. Same way on this side, nothing crazy, just zip tie it so it's under control.
Did the motherboard come with a SATA cable for the 2.5-inch SSD? I would be shocked if it didn't.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. And I'll run with the. You can install the SSD right here, and it's an easy place to route a cable to. So, but yes, the motherboard did. I can show it to you, J-Ridge. And I'll have a SATA. I'll just go ahead and keep one SATA cable out so it's really easy for you to add in there. There we go. So that's nice and secure there. So yeah, your SATA connections are right here. So really easy run. And then your two SATA cables for it are right there. So yeah, it's really, really easy to. So there's your SATA cables and they'll just route right from there. And then I would just mount it right here. And then your PSU, I'll make sure that I'll just run a SATA cable, SATA power cable. So you can just screw it right into this and then be good to go. Because there's mounts for it right there. Okay, so now we just need to run our couple other little cables here. So first one is our power cable for our hub. This is it, guys. This is like the end of the build. That. Then we have our USB. There we go. Which I'll route real quick. And then we have our itty bitty wired cable. That goes right here. There we go. Okay, so there's all that. Okay, so now we're just gonna route these and then we'll wire them up. Okay, so first one is so we don't get a CPU fan error. So route this right here. Let it come out and go right here. And again, this doesn't control the pump, so just plugging it there is not, it's just a information wire. So there's that one. And then same thing with this. Try and route it along the bottom there. And then we have an USB right here. There it is. There we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do. So we took all that time to make that mod here. Hopefully it's not too sticky. Okay, I left it. There we go.
I was able to score a 9950X for $430 during Prime Day sale. Is the 9950X going to play well with the 4080?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, 9950X and a 4080 will be fine.
There's not many CPUs that would be much better than that, honestly.
Yeah, it's a great productivity CPU. So yeah.
Oh, it looks like someone wants you to drink water.
Oh, that's a good call. Thank you, guys. It's like you care about me. Okay, that'll keep that locked in, and then we're good. Okay. Drink some water. Go to the next phase, which is just a little bit more cable management. And then we'll put the GPU in. It says build's looking good. Let's get these managed. So this is just to get this stuff cleaned up here. Okay, so this we can wind to a tightly wound. There we go.
Someone wants you to stretch too.
Wow, you guys are doing all sorts of exercise focused things today. Okay, let me grab my couple of wires here. There we go. And then we want this to be down, so that's why I'm trying to do it down onto this wire instead, because this wire allows me to keep this one cable low. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we did water. Let's make sure we stretch here. Yeah. That's a good stretch. Feel like. There we go. Let's just make sure that we hit the
stretch.
There we go. Nice little stretch here. Okay, so now let's. I'm trying to think of like the best way to maybe just like that for now. That'll be a nice, easy, controllable. There we go. There we go. Okay, all our wires are kind of wrapped in there. Let's go ahead and grab my, there it is. And then this will make sure that is all squared. Okay. How's that look? What do you think, Connor? Looks good?
Yeah.
Good cable management so far, and then all we got to do is GPU, and we're good. So we can do the peel here.
It always surprises me with the iCUE builds just how little cables there are.
Yeah, there's very few. Yeah. Okay. So now what we got to do, guys, is let's go and flip it over and put our. Oh, I was like, wait, what's going on there? It's not on all the way. That's why. There you go. Okay, let's flip it over and get our GPU in. Ugh. What's the vision thing on the back of the case behind the motherboard? Oh, that's just the information for the vision. These are just the, and then there's a little PCMR thing, but that's kind of, these are all just tie downs, right, for the Vision. Yeah. So I don't see anything else, and I hope that's what you mean, Tear Dog. Okay, let's get our GPU in. Ooh, that came out. Ooh, shoot. Over tighten that. I'm gonna unplug this. Maybe? No, maybe not. What did I unplug? I feel like something unplugged. Maybe not. I gotta do one more zip tie up here. Just to keep this cable up. When you do that cable. So somebody said that this case is a pain to build in, but I have not found this case too painful to build in, I'll be honest. It's actually been pretty roomy. I think if you're doing an ATX or maybe like that, there might be a little bit more challenging, but for the most part, like I've actually felt like I've had plenty of space to kind of do everything with. So.
Well, the Vision lets you, that's the one where you can put the glass panel at the top.
Yeah, you can. This one you can too. I didn't do it. Okay. But yeah, you have the option for both. But
I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if that makes it like
more difficult.
Yeah, like harder to get access to certain things.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's peel this off. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, everything good. Okay, so let's get our GPU in. There we go. Tough gaming graphics card. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so let's just take this off. There we go. Apparently I'm not strong enough to do this. Wow. Give me there. And then one thing that's really nice about the 5070 Ti, the tough ones, is they actually come with 2 HDMI, which is nice. Yeah, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so that is all of that. There we go. Okay, so let's do our peel. There we go. There we go. Got some little extra peels that I now have to deal with. There we go. Felt like I was like, what is stuck on my finger? Oh, more peel. There we go, and then boop. 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 There you go. All done. Oh. Still more peel. So much peel on this. Okay. We got 2 to take out. There we go. Oop. There we go. That looks good in there, actually. I think. Oops, let's get scoot over. I think I'm going to move this fan up a little bit just to keep it from hitting the rear here, which is, should be fine here. There we go, that keeps that from hitting that all together. Okay, perfect. So now we have all of, there's GPU in, and we can move this sag bracket in the back up. Hopefully this is easy to get loose. There we go. And there we go, now, and it doesn't hit that rear fan. So now we got the sag bracket up, and so now it stays straight. You can see it right down there. See the sag bracket there? It's all built into it. So if you see back there, then you can see that's actually holding it up. It's like rubber piece right there. And then that's holding this up, and then it doesn't hit the rear fan, which is good. Okay, so now, time for our last part, which is our the PSU, which should be pretty straightforward. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm excited because this PSU is gonna look so good. Oh. Check one thing. Okay, there we go. Oops. Okay, here we go. RM1000E. Okay, here we go, Connor. Get ready. This is for you. This is all of you and me. We're both part of this. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's not good.
It's never good.
It's never, well, there's some that are not as bad. Oh, no, not Molex, Blondie. Stop saying Molex. I'm not using any Molex in this build. Why are you guys mean to me? There's our cables. Wow, that's a big cable. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's our RM1000E. Okay, so there is that, and then these are those amazing cables, and they have cable combs, which I absolutely love. So it's just like it's the same very good cables, but with cable combs. So we need one of these, one of those, another one of those. We don't need Molex, yuck. We will take one of those. We take a SATA, 16 pin, and then that's it. That's actually, there's only three cables we're not using. Okay. I'm going to do this the faster way. There we go. Okay, so there's all those. Okay, here we go. CPU. Another CPU, right? No, that's PCIe, but we can put that down here. Actually, we can put that right here. Here's our now I'm really excited because soon there are going to be, and I think I've mentioned this almost every time, soon there will actually be one that includes a iCUE link hub, which I think will be cool, into the PSU. There we go. There we go, and one more right there. There we go, perfect. Okay. And then just like that, look how beautiful that fits. I like it. Isn't it nice when a plan comes together? Like it just, like, yes, it just works. So we just get them started. Okay, now we can just finish tightening them. Okay, there we go. So first cable we're gonna run is going to be our CPUs, which are right here. Okay, so these are gonna be our first two cables we're gonna run. The rest of these just kind of out to the side. We'll route them right there. Okay. It's amazing how much heavier it gets once you put a PSU in. Got some zip ties here. Ooh, whoa. It's a good amount of zip ties. Thank you, Corsair. I like it. Okay. kind of a weird issue here, but I've fixed it now. There we go. And that goes back in. Okay, perfect. There's that. Next one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's that one. Figure about running that here later. 24 pin is next. It's going to come out here. That's going to route right here. There we go. Nice. Looks good. And then we have our 16 pin. And probably the best thing for that would be just straight through the back here. Right here. And at the bottom down here. Right there. Looks like it wants to go this way. One thing I just want to give it a little bit of extra grace there. There we go. There we go. Okay, pull that through. Okay, so now let's tighten it all up. We have one. Trying to find our little SATA cable. So here's our SATA cable right here, J-Ridge. And that's just going to go fit in here. So that's how you can wire your SATA drive. Your little SATA, your M.2, your 2.5 inch. Okay, I want this to come out here and onto this. There we go. I'm gonna keep that straight. And then what we'll do, this is always the fun part where we make things look good. These wires, you gotta you need to make sure that these stay separate here. This way, let's get in the way here. Okay, last cable. Plug in right here. There you go. There we go. We need one of these. Go. And this one I'm just doing to tighten to keep the 16, the 12 plus 4 pin really tight. So I'm gonna do a little bit of one down here. This is just about making the front look extra clean, perfect. Okay, I think we'll do, wish there was something. I'll do one more bigger one. Here in the middle here. And then this is just to give it a cleaner look. There's actually no functional purpose for these zip ties outside of making it look nice. There we go. Okay. Now this, we're just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna just zip tie this together, and then this is for your SATA drive. It's rewired, it's ready for you. I'm just gonna sit in here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all these. That's your SATA cable ready. There we go. Okay, so now we just do a little bit of straightening up here.
How many zip ties do you think you go through in a year?
Oh, a lot. I don't, many. Yeah, that is true. Many. Not sure how many, but a lot. But I think it's just like, it's again, I think this, when you do this, check this out. Watch this, guys. Here we go. Go to top down real quick. Watch what happens when I do this. Ready? Is it on? Here, check this out. See how clean that looks, right? So it looks super clean that way, right? That's why I take the time. So it's like when you look at it, and then even when you open it, like that looks super good too, right? Like it looks good both ways, but I mean, you just want something that looks super clean. So I think it's a very clean looking build. Let's just make sure the front looks as good as the back. I think that looks good. And again, nice clean look there. These look good. That's not hitting that fan because it blocks. And then that looks nice and straight. So yeah, there it is, guys. That is, the build is done. Okay, you ready to do zip tie count real quick, Mr. Connor?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. How many zip ties did we use today? Here they are. Come over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 14. It's even today, guys. Even. Even, if you chose even, 14 it is today.
It's less than I thought.
Yeah, it feels like more, but it's really just not that many. And honestly, you know, I have to just say iCUE Link is a huge part of why there's just not a lot of fans. Okay, so now, it's just time to start getting it put back together. There we go. There we go. Build is put back together. Let's do the, get rid of the extra stuff here. Is there some peel on the inside of this? Feels like there's some on the inside too, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
How do you get that? I think I'm gonna have to do something like, yeah, that's right, hand it to myself. There we go. There we go. Okay. There's the inside ready to go. See how this looks? Go. LAN connection. HDMI. And then that one more connection. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, all the lights are spinning. I mean, all the fans are spinning. And there's all the lights. There it is, guys. It is on. Now we just got to get it. I think we were going to say blue and red. I think is orange and blue. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to try something like that. That looks good. Let's see if it posts. Yellow and red. Oh, okay. Okay. Yellow and red it is. We just wait. Yeah, I'm waiting. This could be just memory training and all that sort of stuff. The thing just came back on. gonna check capture real quick just to see. Nope, still nothing there yet. Nothing so far. No vid so far. Let me see if we have any lights or anything. It might be one of those. Sometimes it's. I don't see any bad posting lights or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna try to do one thing because it's acting like it's on, like it posted. Yeah, it's acting like it posted. And I've seen this from time to time with the GPUs. So hold on. We'll see if it shows up on here. Yes, I'm getting green post. I'm getting post light, see? So it is posting. See if it shows up.
I mean, you had to hold the power button down for it to turn off, so that...
Yeah, I'm wondering, this doesn't even look like it's, I can't tell if the GPU is seated. The GPU is not seated.
Oh.
Yeah. So it did post, but the GPU is not seated correctly. Like it's not all the way in. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, I gotta fix the GPU, guys. So it's posting on the motherboard. Hold on. Like it's not. Ooh, see, look at that. There we go. There we go. Just not seated.
Now the GPU's lighting up.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. And there it is. Yeah, see, now it's posting, see? So it is showing up there, Connor. If you want to show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it is, so there it is. It was like, it was actually posting. So there we go. So, oh, what? Your Roam camera went away. That was weird. Hold on one sec. Let me do something.
Oh, it wasn't up.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it wasn't. Hold on one sec. You're fine. It's just sometimes this does this. And this is the bottom one. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so now you can see, you go, look, show them right there. It actually is posted. And I wonder if you see some, hold on, just check something on capture. No, you guys don't see it there. So it hasn't activated the,
It just went.
There it goes. Okay, so now we're there. Okay, so we are done. We're in. So let's load iCUE. Okay, he wants orange and red. Orange and yellow. Orange and yellow. Sorry, red and yellow? Orange and yellow.
You said red and yellow?
Duplicate. hue changes? Red and yellow, okay, red and yellow. And then we're gonna do 2560 by 1440. Okay, so we're gonna go to mural, but let's do, does he have like a favorite red and yellow? Like
Iron Man colors.
Oh, Iron Man. Oh, let's do this. Okay, let's do Iron Man. Okay, so let's do images. Let's find a cool Iron Man. Let's do Iron Man logo. So we do this, like, but we want something that's like full screen Iron Man logo wallpaper. Because this always works better, like with the, there, that's cool. So if we do this, so this one is the 21, here we go, we'll download this one. Making sure it doesn't download anything stupid. It's a JPEG, okay, cool. So let's just do this, set as desktop, save as. We'll save it in pictures. Pictures, set as desktop background, just for now. Okay, and then we're gonna go to image capture, next. Add. Next. Next. Okay. Great. See what it does. Made it.
One of those fans is still default, I think.
Yeah, one of them is, but it did a terrible job of making it Iron Man colors. Dude, it made it pink. That's terrible. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. That was not the right answer. Yeah, that's a terrible job. Deactivate. Let's go to add video capture next. Let's see if there's something like red and yellow. It's kind of, this one's, what about this? That bottom one still, is it still messed up? No, it's right now. Okay, but that doesn't look red and yellow. I don't know if we have any like cool red and yellow. We have green and blue. That's kind of cool. What do you think of that one? Let's jump in and zoom in on that one. What do you think of that one? It's kind of like a Iron Man-ish, right? Ew. J Ridge says ew. I mean, you're gonna get to play this, yeah. Too orangey, sunset. Okay.
It says it's close.
It's close. Okay. Effect settings. I can add here. What if we added another red to this? Let's try that.
I made it more orange.
Yeah. Well, I could do here. Let's do it red. Then we'll go to orange here. Try this. That made it worse. This is like the worst thing ever. Delete. Delete. Okay. Let's just start with a static color of red for now. And then we can go, so if we do red, let's do this. Okay. That's not red. That's like the most orange red ever.
Is there a way to make it like a darker, like a
Yeah.
like a more black to it? See if that makes it deeper.
That's almost magenta. Well, we just do this. We did 0 here.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Okay, there's red. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so now if I go to here, lighting effects, and then okay,
Blondie likes the pink.
so what you this is always the thing. So you go to static color here, custom static color. We're gonna just do okay, so there's that. And then what we'll do is we'll add another layer on top, which is like a rain, but we'll do it with cancel an alternating color of yellow and like an orange there. Okay. What about that?
I like it.
What about that? Let's show it in, zoom it in on him. So you actually get like a little bit of the light core, like a little bit of yellow light core. Yeah, you like that one?
It's doing the music thing.
Oh, it is doing the music thing. Because it's just, it can't handle how awesome the thing looks now.
Step it up, I've got to go. Front row seat, fashion show.
Okay, so we got that now. At least we have the right music now. Okay, let's just fix the armory crate thing and then we'll do some B-roll and we'll let him go.
Step it up, I've got to go. Front row seat, fashion show.
Let's put armory crate on.
Talk low, push the limit, fascinate. Feel good, activate. Level up, captivate. Listen to me, it's easy. Lights, heat, magic, glow. Try it, take
There we go. Let's go to capture. There we go.
He says he likes it.
Good, good. Okay.
So we're gonna airflow test it.
Yeah, we're gonna airflow test it here in a sec, yeah. Just gotta get the GPU up. Yeah, we have everything else ready. And then it said, while we're doing that, it said there was a new driver, so we'll go ahead and install that real quick.
lights, heat, magic, glow. Try it, take it, faster, go. Lights, heat, magic, glow. Try it, take it, faster, go.
Okay, so we're just letting this finish, agree. Just doing it setup so I can update and then control the, I just need to make sure Armory Crate changes the tough logo. And then we'll be good. But what we can do, wow, this song is crazy. Okay, that's all ready today. That's ready to go. we go. Hey, S-Dog2, thank you very much. And then how many likes do we have? How many likes do we have on YouTube? It's curious. I'm assuming we got to hit 150, right? I like this song. Okay. 184, guys. We need 15 more, 16 more, and we'd hit $20 Newegg gift card. We have 169 people on Twitch. Can we get to that number on, hit that many likes? We're going to give it like 5 more minutes, and then we'll do the drawing. So let's see what we can do. So go hit that like button real quick, guys. And then we're gonna do our airflow testing, and then call it a day. What is the name of ASRock Z890M Riptide. Riptide. I just realized one other thing I gotta put on here.
Oh, for the motherboard?
Yeah, for the motherboard, so we can make it red. Support. Download. ASRock Polycomb. Beta. I don't want that. I don't want no beta. Cancel. Do that here in a minute. There's NVIDIA driver installing. We're almost there, guys. Always a little bit of time.
Oh, looks like they hit 200.
There we go. That's awesome. Okay, let's start the giveaway while we finish this out and reboot. This is a good time to do it. Okay, so $20 Newegg gift card up for grabs, guys. Oops. $20 Newegg gift card up for grabs. Exclamation point, or well, $20 gift card. Exclamation point community. Exclamation point community. Go ahead and get started. There we go. Okay, so let's restart this now, which is perfect because now Armory Crate and Polychrome are installed. Get that red on the, I'm noticing like some cyan and green down here. I was like, that's not the right color. It does look Iron Man-ish with the red and the yellow.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
The red is not like an orange anymore.
Right, yeah.
The effect's cool as well. The way it like dances around.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Okay, so let's jump into this real quick. It's gonna make the board red.
Oh, the fans reset.
Yeah, they haven't loaded yet.
Oh, it needs iCUE.
Yeah, there goes iCUE. Oh no, that was my concern. Oh, there it goes. Okay, good. Okay, load up Armory Crate too while we're at it. Firmware update, that's awesome. Hey, Araxnus won the $20 gift card. That's awesome. Congratulations, Araxnus. Okay, let's go to settings, update center, update. So we're just gonna update the 5070 Ti so we can fix that. And then this is here, so we're just gonna make this static red. So okay, and that should be back. Red, static. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, PCB. I was like, wait a minute. Select all channel, static, red. Red. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now we got the red on that, and then the only thing we have left now is the RFX. We're just gonna go to static. Why don't we make it yellow? Because I think yellow, how does that look?
Yeah, yeah. Good way to balance it out.
Yeah. Did it go yellow?
Yeah, it is. The badge in the front.
Is it very yellow, or it looks kind of greenish, right?
It's a touch green.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think we have everything squared there. Okay, we got to do one more reboot and then we're done. One more reboot. We're gonna turn on Core Ultra 200S boost. Okay, so we're gonna go down to, there's everything there, XMP profile.
Someone wanted to see the
Go
computer.
to Amphance, yeah, that's totally fine. OC tweaker, 200S boost, profile 1, there we go. And then now we can get that. So I'm gonna go show you real quick, real quick, and then we'll go back to the PC. So all we did is we go to, just to show you guys, if you're gonna do the same thing, so you're gonna go to you're gonna go to advanced. So if you're in easy mode, you're gonna go to advanced mode real quick, which is right up here, F5, or F6, sorry. Then you're gonna go to OC tweaker, and then you're gonna turn on profile 1 for 200S boost, head of 10, and then boom. And then now you have control, sir. You can jump in. So now we got that enabled. Now we're ready to do some thermal testing. But yeah, let's show you guys the PC now that's all red and lit up and doing what it's supposed to do.
It'll be red in a second.
Yep. Yeah, now it's all finished and lit up the way that it needs to be. And no, not yet. It will be when it's ready, which is soon. The GPU is yellow at least. We're just waiting for iCUE, which takes a little while.
The motherboard is red.
There it goes.
Yeah.
And the RAM. This went off, right?
Yeah, the RAM's off.
Oh, it's hold on. It's coming, hold on. It's the last part, come on. Everything else is so good. There it goes. Now it is. There it is. Everything is good. It's red, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
On the camera, it looks a little more orange.
Oh, okay.
But in person, it's just because of how bright it is.
Yeah.
In person, it's red.
And there we go, guys. There is the build all set and ready to go. And we are good. Okay, so let's show some airflow and some performance. So we're gonna open up CPU ID real quick. Check out some Cinebench. Accept. Start that. Okay, let's grab our okay. Oh, it goes down. You gotta be smarter than this thing here. Where am I? Okay, so it does slide in. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we're ready for the peel. There we go. And boom. There we go. It looks good. Okay, let's see how airflow works. Currently it is running full. It got a 34,000 and it's running 82 degrees, so it's not having any issues whatsoever. Okay, here we go. Let's just see how the different airflow is working right now. You can see here right up, that's being pulled right out to that back fan right there from the bottom, from the rear. You can see lots of air going to that AIO, right? Like the different places. So no issues. It is sucking air and feeding it right to that AIO. Each fan right to that AIO. So yeah, you can see no problem with airflow there at all. So there you guys go. You can see airflow is working well. And then when we look at temps, right? So you can jump over, look at temps here in the capture. Oh, you got it? So we're looking at right there. It's running 81, full, no problem whatsoever. It's up 34,529, and we have no issues whatsoever with temps or with airflow. So it's a little smoky in here now, but yeah, there you go. Well, there it is, guys. There's the temps of the build. The only thing we're gonna do now is we're just gonna test gameplay temperatures, but yeah, you can actually see there is the full build. No issues whatsoever, temps-wise, everything-wise. Build came out beautifully. We're gonna let Connor go now so he can start tearing down. And then we're gonna, if you wanna hit that side record real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and move this into view, and then we'll run our game temperatures real quick and go from there. Ugh. There we go. We did. Okay, so let's show some game temps now and game performance, and then that'll be it for the build. And I hope you are happy, sir. Okay, so that's again, no problems right there. 81, just sticking at 81, like no issues whatsoever. Okay, so we're gonna stop that. Let's go ahead and, one thing we are gonna do is we're gonna go and install GPU tweak. Real quick. Download that. And then get that installed. Extract all. There we go. And then we'll install this, and this will be the last thing. Just check some gaming temps and make sure that's fine. Just gotta wait for the other part of the install. There it is. So what do you guys think of the build? Now that you've seen it and watched it get all the way done, do you enjoy it? Did you like the build? A lot of people saying goodbye to Ozzy Osbourne today. Just letting that finish. Yeah, I like the color scheme. It's different. Which I think is cool. Are you a big Iron Man fan? Just out of curiosity. So GPU tweak is like what it does is it allows you to see like an overlay of your temps and stuff. Though Steam does have an overlay, it doesn't show GPU and CPU performance temps, which is why I use tweak. It's like another version of an overlay. You'll see here in a minute. Okay, so that's all done. So we'll hit restart here. You just love all of the Marvel? I was thinking maybe you could make the AIO cover blue, right? So like his heart. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options you'll be able to play with J-Ridge once you get in there. And honestly, iCUE is it's a lot like Photoshop in the fact that layers, so there's a lot of layers you can add. There's a lot of flexibility, yeah. Araxis, we're at the very end, so it's all good. We only have like Cyberpunk to run and then we're done. Okay, so this is GPU tweak. And what it does is you can see here, because it allows you to just get a lot of extra information about your GPU and stuff like that. Because this is a ASUS GPU, you actually get quite a bit more data, but you got GPU Z and all this sort of stuff. So it's actually pretty cool in terms of just kind of checking everything out once it loads. So, but what I like it for is the OSD specifically. Just taking a little bit to load. We're going to turn our OSD on. Preview. And then this up here in the top left corner, this is what I want to do, because when it'll show your GPU, CPU usage. So that way it just makes it easy for us to be able to, when we run a game, so you can see all that stuff. Okay, so now what we're going to do is load up Steam. Go to library. And then we'll hit play, Cyberpunk, and then here we go. Okay, continue without account, play. Waiting for this to load up. This build came out so nice. Honestly, beautiful, beautiful build. I love how it's very clean. It looks clean. Like there's very little to, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem, Sice1, is they did update it, but it doesn't show the CPU and the GPU temp. And that's why I want CPU and GPU temp, because it's a good way to show what the temps are going to be for gaming specifically. Okay, so this is always just our best one, just in terms of just showing, because at 1440p, this is just a great idea of what your CPU and GPU are going to be like. Cyberpunk just does a great job of just like saying, hey, probably more than likely it'll be close to, never higher than, potentially, and definitely lower than on Cyberpunk 2077 for your CPU and GPU temp. And the reason we run DLSS and stuff like that is because we are going to use the GPU to as max as we can. So this is the new, wow, they added some new stuff. Okay, so let's go to settings. We're going to go to video. We're borderless, VSync's off, graphics. We're going to set it ray tracing ultra, DLSS. We're going to change it to balanced. Then we're going to run the benchmark. Yeah, I know. No kidding, Araxnus. So you can see right now, CPU temp 71, GPU temp in the 50s. Like, no problems whatsoever. And we're running just stock, the way it's meant to be run Cyberpunk, running at 90-ish frames per second at 1440p with a 5070 Ti. And you're seeing GPU and CPU temp are now in the 50s. No problems whatsoever in terms of those temps. Those look great up there. So, and it's running smooth and beautifully. And look at that VRAM usage. It's using just under, it's a little over 8 gigs right now. So even that's gotten lower. That is true, Moed. Yep. I'm excited for you, Cole. Cole Mika. And there we go, 102 frames per second. GPU and CPU temp in the 50s. And no problem whatsoever, guys. Build ran beautifully. It looks beautiful. Airflow's great. It's not loud. It's not too loud. It's not going to run at full fans noise because just of how just low it keeps that 265K. So, and there we go, guys. That is this $2,800 Lian Li o11 Vision compact build with a 265K and an RTX 5070 Ti. So I think it came out beautiful, and I'm really, really excited for him. Congratulations to J Ridge on having your build. Now, what is next? Well, we have another build coming up on Thursday. We're going to be building inside of what you guys chose. It's the Dark Flash DY470. You guys helped us choose parts. That build is going to be happening on Thursday. That's going to be a $1,500, $1,600 build. So that should be really good. And then we are back on Friday. We're going to be saying goodbye to Sarah. So Sarah Stamp is going to be leaving the Intel Live show. So come join us for Intel Live, the last show with Sarah Stamp. That's going to be happening Friday, starting at noon Pacific time. And then Intel Live is going to be changing formats a bit. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Great opportunity to win a PC, and there's going to be almost one every week. So great chance to get in on that and have that happen as well. So that's going to be really awesome. So make sure you tune in on Friday to come say goodbye to Sarah. And at the same time, we're going to do a walk down memory lane, play some Marvel Rivals, and just have a really, really good time. That's going to be me, Sarah, and Alex this Friday starting at noon Pacific. Anyway, guys, that is it for Robeytech for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this entire stream. Congratulations again. Beautiful, beautiful build. And we will see you guys on Thursday for another build. Thank you very much, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Portions of this program are brought to you by the Zip Tie Foundation of America and Excalibur. If you'd like a written transcript of tonight's Robeytech broadcast, please contact Blondie but Geeky. She'll be happy to give you a notepad and a pen so you can start writing down everything you hear.